Hey, what is up guys? I'm making this really quick no BS video on 6 mistakes that people often make because I oftentimes made this mistake when taking creatine. This is really simple. I just really want you to maximize this. It's a simple video. I really don't want to blab too much about anything that's not necessary. This is me when I'm off creatine. This is me when I'm on creatine. And here are 6 mistakes that I want you to avoid and not have to make in order to learn. And by the way, guys, if at any point in time you feel like you need a little bit more coaching, guidance, because you don't need more information sometimes, you need more guidance. If you needed more information, everybody would be fit because there's thousands of YouTube videos out there. So just fill out that link in the description to book a free 15-minute fitness consultation with me so we can go over a game plan custom to your goals. But anyways, mistake number 1 is not taking it. That's really the simple mistake that I made. For months on end, I would sometimes run out of creatine, or I would simply, be afraid or unsure, so I just wouldn't buy it, this and that. And if I'm being completely honest, guys, don't overthink it, right? This is not a steroid. This is not going to make you not natural. And it's definitely not going to give you, natural-like results either. And that's why I'm making the video. That's not to say that it won't make a difference, because it will, if you do it right. But the thing with creatine is that the main benefits that you will get, the main reason why people take creatine is because of the increase and the improvement in the efficiency for your body to create ATP energy. And I'm not going to go, really deep into the science side of things when it comes to this, but the point of creatine and a lot of reasons why sometimes people don't take creatine is because they're afraid that you're going to look flatter, you're going to look chubby, you're going to retain a lot of water, and that is a mistake that I wanted to debunk. The water that creatine makes you hold on to, because yes, for creatine to work, you need to drink a lot of water, more than the regular. And people think that, oh, I'm just gonna retain more water. I do not want that. No. Apart from all the benefits that you get from taking creatine, I want to clarify that creatine, the extra water that you're taking when taking creatine, does not go underneath the layer of fat. It goes inside of the muscle, so it makes you look bigger, fuller, stronger. As you can see in the video where I'm not on creatine, I actually look more bloated than I do when I am on creatine. Why? Because the water is inside the muscle. Think about it like this. Whenever you are not on creatine, your body retains water. For example, you eat too many carbs. The flabbiness, the chubbiness, the water retention that makes you look thinner, lighter, or chubbier is in front of the muscle. It's not inside the muscle. When it comes to creatine, it is inside the muscle, so it makes you look bigger, stronger, and it actually pushes out your vascularity more. Mistake number 2, I kind of already touched into this, not drinking enough water. You need to drink about 2 gallons of water daily, and that's when you're not on creatine. And the effect that creatine has on you is that yes, you will likely be thirstier because it basically asks more water from your body. So if you already need to drink 2 gallons daily, why would you not drink more than 2 gallons already? So drink those 2 gallons of water. If not, there are some side effects, right? Sometimes I have heard some people tell me that they get cramps, that kind of thing, and that's simply because you're not drinking enough water. You probably weren't drinking enough water before creatine as well. And mistake number 3, creatine is not magic. It's not even like a pre-workout. That's not how it works. You essentially take 5 grams every single day, and after about a month is when you can start seeing some kind of results, or you should start expecting some kind of results. If you haven't even been consistently taking it for a month every single day, it's okay if you miss a day or two, then you shouldn't really judge. But once you do, what are the benefits? What does it actually do? Like I said, it increases your body's ability to generate ATP energy. This gives you the ability to push harder in the gym. Sometimes when I'm on creatine as opposed to when I'm not, I'll be able to get an extra 1 or 2 reps, and people will be like, well, what difference does that make? Well, those last 1 or 2 reps are essentially what the whole point of you being in the gym is anyways. If you don't get those last 1 or 2 reps, you're not going to stimulate muscle growth, you're not going to grow, you're not going to get better. So think about it. That is a huge difference. Being able to push past failure, or what would typically be failure, will stimulate more muscle growth than you would have if you were not on creatine. But on top of that, you get cognitive benefits. You quite literally are sharper. You can think more clearly. And on top of that, right, The biggest benefit is just that you will look bigger, stronger, and you'll be able to have more muscular endurance if as opposed to if you were not on creatine. Mistake number 4, taking creatine only when you're working out. The thing with creatine is that it doesn't really matter when you take it as long as you take it, right? Because it's not an immediate effect either way. You need time, you need weeks for it to fully saturate in your muscles to actually look bigger, stronger, more vascular. But the thing is, it doesn't really matter if you take it before your workout or after a workout. What just matters is that you do take it regardless of if you work out or not, because at the end of the day, the way that it works is that after a month is when you'll start noticing the benefits on the workout itself. But it doesn't mean that you got the benefit from that singular day, if that makes sense. It's basically a saturation period, so it doesn't really matter when you take it. Just what matters is that you're actually giving your body enough time to saturate inside your muscles, for the creatine to saturate inside your muscles, and for that you need to take it even on the days that you're not training. Doesn't matter if you train 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days a week. Mistake number 5 is not using creatine monohydrate. There are so many brands out there that want to claim that their brand is better because it's not monohydrate, it is some other kind of creatine. But if I'm being honest, this is the most researched. There has been no evidence that any other kind of creatine is best. And why not take what is continuously showing to give the best results? Just buy the cheapest brand that you find on Amazon. This is what I use. Don't overthink it. Mistake number 6 is thinking that creatine is the fire as opposed to the fuel. And this is an analogy that I very often use, and that is that creatine is only fuel to the fire, meaning that if you don't have fire, you only have fuel. It's not gonna burn, it's not gonna increase the fire. The fire at the end of the day is you actually going to the gym, staying consistent, and having a good diet, eating a good amount of carbs before your workout. And that's why I have a lot of videos up here that you can check out after this. And yeah, just don't overthink it, guys. Learn from my mistakes. Don't make the mistakes that I did. Take 5 grams of creatine. You can do a loading phase if you want. I really don't want to overcomplicate this. And apply for a free 15-minute consultation if you want to get one-on-one coaching with me. It's a free 15-minute call. See if you're a good fit and see if I can help you out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.